The delay is so bad sometimes.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
It's not that bad.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
That was your reason? I use they are instead of their. Oh, gotcha.
So you just quit?
I knew what
because
you
didn't
meant,
like
though.
the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's a tough decision.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
That depends.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
It's fine. He can do what he wants.
Looking for supplies?
Let's talk about the licenses we got for him, I think.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
We should have a lot more in stock. Definitely looks like it for sure. Not bad. Okay, let's go talk to Tali. She's down here in the engine room.
Hey, Commander, you know that Garrus and Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Only a 12-second delay for you, apparently. That's interesting. Also, 14K skipped frames. Didn't know I could see that in the options. We haven't even dropped 14,000 frames, but that's interesting. We haven't dropped any frames since, like, before we went to break, so... I don't know. That's cool, though. I didn't know that they had that in the options. Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Yeah, Quarians are very smart with technology.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tali, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
I think we already asked all this stuff before, so I'm not going to ask
Carry
again.
on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Let's talk with Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
I really like her voice. The ship's special.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You're into ships? Of course she is.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
That was 300 years ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work, mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I guess we'll start with a pilgrimage then. Let's learn a little bit about the Quarian and their ways.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
I don't want you to leave our crew, though. Do they always accept?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society.
Oh.
Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
Seems wrong, though.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Let's change topics.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Let's talk about the Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Tell me about that.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Isn't AI research illegal?
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Like a hive mind.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
She's so smart. I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Because it was actually having thoughts of its own, right?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Dang. Her race sounds so interesting to me too. Yeah, like they did a really nice job with making all the alien races unique and very interesting. It's pretty cool. They defended themselves.
You can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiles searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
They defended themselves? Do we say that again?
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
Oh, that's gonna take her off.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Not everyone? I guess we'll apologize, I guess.
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so worked up. Most Quarians tend to have pretty strong opinions about the Geth.
We still gotta ask her about Quarians. That was all Geth related.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like what?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
Whoa, limit one
Of course, we also
per
can't
kid.
allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Oh, nice.
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
The Conclave?
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
You're democratic.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well, In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Dang. In over 300 years, they've only been overruled 4 times. Alright, that's it.
I should go.
See you later.
72 XP just for conversating. That's why we do it. And then we have a boatload of codexes that I don't even want to think about. Alright, well, we'll probably come back down here and mess with the crew's lockers and stuff like that. So I do need to equip stuff on myself and then change the equipment of all my other companions before we get ready. But let's go ahead and go check out the galaxy map now, finally. So much talking. It's so slow, man, I know. Codex. Alright, let's save it here. I like this music. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, their colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. Total length, those are all in kilometers. Population 13.2 million. It weighs 7.11 billion metric tons. Dang. Go ahead and zoom out. Alright, where the heck are we supposed to go? How do I do this? Zoom out. Widow. Oh my god, finally we get to see the galaxy map. So... I hope this music isn't too loud. Might have to lower it down. We managed to drop like 1 or 2 frames there, which was interesting. Uh-oh, now we're starting to drop some frames here. This map, it's so good, right? Now, there's so many other planets that we can go and explore and actually ride around and check stuff out. It gets pretty repetitive after the first couple of times, but it's kind of cool that you're actually able to go down on the planet. It's pretty cool. Also, I just realized those drop frames and options are for me personally. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, we're dropping some right now. So... we're at about almost 3 hours of streaming today. I would like to go another 30 minutes if I could, but I don't want this to start messing up now. Seems like it's at that point where it wants to start throwing a fit here and start getting all messed up. I honestly hope that tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit better. Because this is frustrating for me because I know that the viewers are going to see a slideshow on the other end when it happens, and it happens too frequently. If it just happened like every now and then, that's fine, but it does it pretty frequently the past couple of streams, so Can I just have one day where it says 0 drop frames and I stream for like 4 hours? Like, that would be great. Okay, it looks like it's fine for now. Then I say that and then it starts flashing. We're up to 3,727 drop frames, which is a whopping 1.15%, which isn't even that bad, but it's still there nonetheless. It definitely hasn't been as bad as it was yesterday, which is a good sign, but we're still dealing with it. All right, well, let's just keep going. So we have 3 locations we can go to. The Pinnacle Station and Asteroid, I think those are side quest stuff, so I don't think we're going to do those right away. But I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Liara's dig site so we can get Liara, our final companion. So we'll go and do that. And Novaria and Pharos are pretty... They're pretty big in terms of the story. Like, we'll be there for quite a while. So let's go ahead and go to Liara's. Jesus, man. Artemis Toe. Sparta. Macedon. Athens. Kanos. Is she in one of these worlds or what? Sparta. It doesn't say where she is, but I guess we gotta find her. Look at that ship. Boom, 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 boom. Tremere, all that. Wait, so you romance only companions? Pretty much, yeah. I know that throughout the course in the other games, there are like kind of like minor characters that you can romance, but it's more rewarding to do like the companions because you have more interaction with them than some of the other ones. But yeah, I think if you played a female, you could probably try and romance. I know Garrus, Caden, maybe Rex. I don't know. Let's go here, I guess. Survey. Wait, so she's not even over here then?
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Let me go back and survey. Survey is different than land. So every planet has a name. You can read about it. Some planets, not everyone lives on every single planet. And you don't go to every planet with the Mako vehicle, but I don't know, let's see what survey says. Gas deposit surveyed. Scans from the orbit have detected a large concentration of hydrogen. Well, I guess we'll go check this planet out, I guess. Idolus. Idolus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. Idolus's surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand, with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive, dust-choked wind. Idolus's orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by gravity of the gas giant Anamalka. Due to the high rate of meteor impacts, exploration is highly dangerous. Let's go check it out, I guess. Oh, that loading screen. And then we could take whoever we want on this. Let's take Garrus and Rex. We'll see about this. So we'll actually get to use the Mako. Then we gotta watch for meteors and stuff. Alright, so let's see. Distress signal, anomaly, and debris. Let's go try and get this debris here. Go ahead and check that out. We're gonna have to like climb up some mountains or something. Let's see if we can do this. I don't think we're gonna be able to get straight up that. Oh, and I forgot you can fire weapons and stuff. This thing, man. This vehicle is so crazy. Let's see if I can try and get up here. This makes no sense whatsoever, just going straight up a mountain. Or a rock highland or whatever. This feels so Borderlands right now. I don't know how I did it, but I did. Okay, let's get this debris over here. I don't think we can... I think we can get out. I don't remember what the controls are for that. That's where we need to go, right there. Are we able to get out and scan? Let's see what the controls are for the Mako. Mako, however you say it. Vehicle. Return to the Normandy N? But how do I get out, though? It doesn't tell me. Oh, it's Q to get out. Okay, cool.
Let's go.
Electronics skill too low. Uh-oh. Oh, he doesn't even have any. So I'm gonna have to get Tali then. Spacebar triggers jets. Oh, now you tell me, game. So let's return and then we'll drop back down, but we need to put Tali in the party.